We live in a city and have a very small backyard. Earlier this spring, I decided to plant some vegetables and herbs, and I planted some of them directly into some of the soil that we have. Nothing that I planted into that soil ended up growing, and I think that it was because of the soil quality. The soil here is full of debris. There are bricks and rocks, and I had tried to clean it before planting, but it's very hard to get everything. So I thought I would try again now to plant a late summer garden. I came across these storage boxes, I think they're from IKEA, at a thrift store. They were each 4 pounds, so I bought 4 of them. And I also bought 10 20-liter bags of organic topsoil to plant the seeds into. When I bought them, I didn't know how much 20 liters actually was, and it turns out that I think I'll need to buy a bit more to finish the 4th box. But I wanted to get started today to plant these boxes as sort of raised beds and try to grow some food in our yard. I'm going to fill the boxes with this organic topsoil and plant a handful of crops that I think will grow at this time of year. We're in the UK, and at the moment it's the very end of July. Our first frost date is usually around the end of October, so I have between now and then to try to grow some food. This is a total experiment from me. I want to see if this soil works. I want to see if the seeds will germinate in this cooler weather. I want to see if I can keep our cats from getting into the raised beds. I haven't done any of this before, so I'm really learning as I go. On the first box, I spent a good chunk of time hand breaking down the soil. They come in these dense packs. I'm sure there are spots I could have picked up bigger bags of compost, but the issue for us is that we don't have a car. We live in a city and it's just not necessary. And so I am public transport dependent, and I obviously don't want to be dragging huge heavy bags of compost onto the bus. So I just found a local store that does home delivery and bought these bags from there. They were about 3 pounds per bag, and I bought 10 of them, so about 30 pounds in total. Not super cheap. I know I could do better elsewhere, but the issue with the car is why I went this route. But I do think that if I can get these things to grow, I'll recover the cost pretty quickly. 1 bag of organic chard here at the farmer's market is about 4 pounds, and we go through, 3 of those bags a week. So I think over time, I should recover the cost. Of course, that is with the assumption I can grow something. I grew these tomatoes from seed, and they were the only ones I actually planted in compost in this pot. And so my tomato harvest of 2022 will be probably 2 tomatoes. But yeah, it's a learning process. Now I know our soil is needing a lot of help. I bought some ginger, and the reason I bought it was because I noticed these little buds growing. So I thought I would try to plant ginger, because I think from what I've read, all you need is a little piece of ginger with a bud that's growing, and then you can grow your own. So I chopped this in half, so I have 2 pieces of ginger, each with a bud, and I am gonna just put it into some soil and loosely cover them, water it, and I think I've never done it before, but from what I can read online, I'll leave it out for a while, and then when it gets cooler, maybe in the end of October, I'll bring it inside so it can avoid the frost. Because ginger is a bit more slow growing, it won't be ready by the time October comes around, so I'll just bring it inside, and then maybe in the middle of winter we can have fresh ginger. I began to notice that in the soil that I bought, there was plastic sheeting. I'm not sure why that is. If you know why there would be plastic sheeting in this organic topsoil, let me know. I don't know if that's normal. I don't want to grow my food in soil that's full of plastic, of course, so I tried to pull out as much as I could find. From my research online, lots of leafy greens like lettuce and kale and chard do well in cooler weather. And even past the first frost date, if you can adequately protect the plant. And I've also read that radishes do well as beets and kohlrabi. So I'm going to plant all of those and see what I can actually get to grow. So I began by planting a few lettuce varieties. I bought my seeds from a UK company called the Real Seed Company. They're really great because they provide tons of educational materials on their website, so you can save your own seeds from the plants you grow with them and really be empowered to understand the growing process and how to save seeds and how to grow food to begin with. So I found their website a real resource. I then started to plant the other boxes, and I made the process a lot faster by using a shovel to break apart the soil. I hope that I broke it apart enough, but doing it by hand would have taken many more days, I think, because it was just quite tiring on my wrists. So I just decided to use a shovel to make it faster. I love seeing how all the different seeds look. I've never seen a chard seed before. I thought they were really beautiful. I will definitely try to save some of these from what I grow. And these are radish seeds. So here's what it's looking like after a day of work. I've planted 3 boxes. I need to buy more soil to fill the 4th box. And in the 4th box, I'll plant some lettuce and beets. The 4th box needs to be deeper because I want to grow beets in the soil so that they will grow under the soil. So I need to fill the boxes higher. But I've planted 2 types of lettuce that do well in cooler weather, chard and radishes so far. It's raining tonight, so my beds will benefit from that fresh water, and I'll keep you updated. I hope that these seeds will be able to germinate outside. I'll let you know how things start to grow. Thank you so much for following along, and I'll speak to you in the next Documenting Simple Living video.